Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two, actually three live broadcasts today. Want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel. I want to remind all of you that tonight at 9 o'clock, I've got a special broadcast where I'm going to be sharing with all of you some new things. And when I say new things, how's like 8 days new? I'm going to show you new things that you can be doing on Facebook, new things that you can be doing on LinkedIn that is clearly the number one way to create engagement. Engagement that's going to lead to sales. And it works so well, whether it's LinkedIn or whether it's Facebook. We're going to show you how to strike up conversations with people that you know in advance need what you have, want, would be perfect business for business. Oh God, so many connections, and they've got the skills to be successful. Well, last night we finished up our June boot camp, and we've opened up reservations for the July boot camp. And for those of you that were in June's boot camp, I strongly urge you, we sent out an email to all of you this morning to register for our 90-day boot camp challenge. We're going to have everybody in the July boot camp that's tagged, that's part of the 90-day challenge, so we can help you establish goals. Last night we talked about ratios, we talked about numbers, because sales is a numbers game. And when you have my formula down, the numbers fall right into play. Talk to people, qualify them by asking a few casual questions. They don't even realize you're doing it. Your goal is going to be to get it down so that 1 out of 10 people you talk to, you end up signing up. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. That number is going to increase. I have students that are signing up 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I have a student that's signing up 9 out of 10. And how do you do that? It's very simple. You only talk to people about your business that clearly have a need. You only talk to people about your business when you know enough about them, including what they know about network marketing. All right. So having just finished up with boot camp, do any of you have anything that you want me to look at? You got any conversations with prospects that you're talking to? Our goal is to help all of you make 5 sales before the end of the month. And one of the things that LinkedIn has done, and let me go over here and show you. During my boot camps, I tell everybody we can expect changes. There are always things that are going to be changed. And so for about maybe almost a year, LinkedIn has had a feature called Celebrations, where they would remind you of incidents connected to people you're already connected to, giving you an opportunity to start up a conversation again. Because, my friends, that's what it's all about. It's all about talking to people, but you've got to be talking to the right people. So you go over here to your network. And up here, what was celebrations is now catch up. Now, a number of my students had catch up, and I had catch up until I think it was Wednesday or Thursday of last week. And then I came over here and, oh my God, it's catch up now. Catch up is different than celebrations. So to show you the magnitude of this, how important this is, if you go over to your network, now, have you ever wondered how you come on LinkedIn, you come on Facebook, and everything has changed? It's like you go to sleep at night and you wake up in the morning and you got a notation from your cell phone that we've updated all of the programs. And then you log into your phone and, oh my God, they moved everything. They've changed everything. The reason that you see them rearranging things, moving things around, it's very simple. LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, anyone that has an internet presence that is subject to being attacked, subject to abuse by robots, they move things around to mess up with the robots. Search engine optimization is a classic example. You can pay somebody $5,000 or $10,000, and they will guarantee that when people type in a specific keyword, looking for that particular keyword, you will be on the first page. In some cases, they can say, hey, you'll be number one. Because they trick Google. And every 30, 45 days, Google's going in and they're reshuffling everything. So your search engine optimization goes back to what it was before. You'd be on page 500 when they change. So when the bot comes over here, this has changed. Connections. Now they're telling you we've recently removed inactive accounts. And so some of the people that you're connected to are gone. Bruce, we can try it. We can try it. If you type it in here, no, the only person that's going to see it is me. All right. So here, these are all my new contacts. Now, if you filter through your contacts, I've got over 11,000, but they're giving me credit for 9,600. So these first level connections, these are the people that I'm directly connected to. And I would say that 25 to 30% of these people I've never talked to. 25 to 30% of these people you've never talked to. So we can come up here and we can see, well, how many people am I connected to that are looking for an opportunity? I got 1,200. And you'd be amazed at how many of these people you're connected, but you never talk. Now, let's go over the ketchup. Again, these are the people that you're connected to. And if you keep it on all, you can just scroll down and you can see, man, they're pushing these games. So Linda here completed 13 years at Vasayo. 10 years at Isagenix. Birthday. Now, just because now this is new. Now they're giving you past updates. So this person here is having a birthday, and he's got the open to work frame around his picture. You could just go right, you could filter them down. Let's look at all the people that are celebrating a birthday. Now, we used to be able to see how long we've been connected. All right. And that's not here right now, but I expect them to add it. So if you're going to have a conversation with somebody, celebrating his birthday today, we're not going to use their AI. You're going to use my script. Bring up his profile and see how long we've been connected. Well, we've been connected. This is relatively new, April. So the likelihood that he's still active did something one day ago. We come back over here. And happy birthday. Use my script. So we've been connected since May of 2012, 12 years ago. Activity. Well, he posted something 3 years ago. He commented on something 3 years ago. And let's look at his reactions 3 years ago. So reaching out to him would be a total waste of time because he's not going to respond. He's not going to see it. Folks, on LinkedIn, you have access to 1,060,000,000 people, approaching 70 million. There's no shortage of opportunity for you to talk to people. Whether you're just starting or whether you've been on here for a long time, there's no reason where you can't put into play. 5 people, 10 people every day. Tonight, we're going to show you new ways to do it. Now, I'm going to log out of my account. Knock on wood, Bruce. It worked.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. So every day, you're gonna log into LinkedIn. And you see, like, you got 7 notifications here. There'll usually be numbers up here. So if you go to your network first, you could look at, you're just getting started. So you got 56 connections. And we can see,
She approached me.
yes, she did.
Yeah.
And now you're getting this message because you're new.
Uh-huh.
And so what they want to do is they want to give you a hand. Now I can tell you right out of the gate that Gretchen is a network marketer. She's in a company. She actually went through one of my boot camps.
I kind of figured that.
And so there are certain keywords that you put on your profile. And so Gretchen's a savvy network marketer who has figured out that she could literally do a keyword search for specific words and bring up network marketers that are my students. Once you make the connection, so she's reaching out to these people. Between you and me, the only reason you'd want to be connected to her is so that you have access to all of her connections. But there's no point in responding. It's a flaming waste of time. Now let's see. So they're suggesting this. Great connecting with you. How have you been? It's a disingenuous statement. How have you been? You don't know her. How have you been is something that you would use with somebody that you knew. But regardless, we're just going to ignore her. Okay, so we come down. You got, oh, this is the person you connected with 5 days ago. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this somebody you know?
Yeah, those are some old pictures we had together. That's one I haven't seen since I'm 17 years old. He does say he wants to retire in 5 years.
Interesting. Well, you wanted me to look at somebody specifically. So who was that?
Yeah, that was Kim Brickman. And this gentleman's also a notary. There he is. And he's got the want to work or open to work there, but he did just start a new job. So I thought I might congratulate him on his new job. But also, he went to UC Berkeley the same years that I was at UC Berkeley. And I thought, I don't know if he was in the Cal time university and also on being a notary. And he's also got the open to work.
So you have a number of things that you could talk about.
Mhm.
So he's a voluntary coordinator.
Right.
He's been a notary for 8 years. Victim advocate at a hospital. And so he was working for this company up until June.
Right. I think he's actually a broadcaster, it says.
I think he's more of a technical guy. He doesn't necessarily, it doesn't say he brought, okay. So here he was an on-air broadcaster,
Mhm.
but he stopped doing that in 2002.
Right.
Okay. But see, here's the thing. You're going to develop a strategy that you're going to use over and over and over and over again. You got the perfect one. Okay. You've been a notary for what, 25, 26 years?
Yeah, 20 years at least. Mhm.
Okay. So you've been a notary. And now you can go out and you can connect with all the notaries. The process is going to be the same. You're a notary, they're a notary. How's business? And the line that you're going to use over and over again is, you know, many of my friends that are notaries have experienced a decline in business as the economy is slowing things down. What's your experience? How's your business doing?
Okay.
When they come back and tell you, that some of them may say, oh, my business is great. Good for you.
Right.
If they come back and they say, no, my business is slow, you can almost count on 80% of those people coming back and say, how's your business?
Right.
You ask people a question, they're going to ask you the same question. So you can come back and you can say, I've noticed a slowdown, but I also have a growing internet business that's more than making up for the decline in my notary business. And that's what you're going to say about it. All right. And then you're going to come back and ask them another question. That plants the seed, that creates the question. So what are you doing? Oh, you know, listen, and you're going to modify that to fit each person. You know, with your experience doing this, and this, you have all the skills to be very successful doing this. What do you know about the network marketing business model? They come back and they say nothing. Well, you know, when I use the term network marketing, I'm referring to companies like Amway, Nu Skin, Avon, Mary Kay. What do you have any experience with companies like those? Why do we want to ask that question? Because most of these people are going to have some experience. A lot of people are going to have a negative attitude about it. We want to get that out of the way. Really, you have a negative attitude, I talk to people all day that have a negative attitude about network marketing. And I learn that most of them got into companies without proper training. They were taught, the wrong things. Now you have all the skills to be very successful in network marketing, but I'm not surprised that you weren't successful because people are being taught bad things. So what companies did you work with and how long ago was that? We're not trying to sell them anything. What we're trying to do is we're trying to learn more about them. I had a coaching student that talked to a woman that not only had a negative attitude about network marketing, but had been in her company. And we turned that around. Oh, your company, I'm not surprised to hear that. We have that strategy. The feel felt found. Somebody tells you they had a negative experience. I know how you feel, because I felt the same way. And then one day, somebody showed me a way to build a network marketing business without having to chase my family and friends, without having to have home parties, without having to do presentations, without having to spend money on leads. And when I looked at it again, I'm so glad I did. Because to be successful in network marketing only requires 3 things. First, you have to be passionate about the products and the company making them. Passionate to the point that you would tell people about them, even if you weren't getting paid. Second, you need to be working with someone who's successful, that knows how to build the business virtually on LinkedIn and Facebook, and is dedicated to helping you become successful. That's number 2. And number 3, you have to have good online tools so that you can share the business opportunity with people easily, and members of your team that come into the business are going to have access to those tools. 3 things. So we understand why, you weren't successful. When somebody tells you they've been in multiple companies, their motivation, income. Somebody could get into a company because there was a product that was recommended to them. They needed it. If they had a health issue, they got into it, loved the products, their health changed, turned around completely because of the product. They could be in that company for years, never making any money, but they keep taking the product. Then one day they decide, you know what, let me try to build a business because I've got a great story. And then they find, well, how do you do that? Well, you make a list of your friends and you're going to call your friends. And I don't think so. This is something that's going on every day. Now, I could bring up literally thousands of examples of people who had a negative attitude about network marketing. It is still being taught today, some of this old school garbage. And it's actually being built into artificial intelligence systems. So you can do that, with everybody. So this guy here, your focus, because he's still a notary.
Mhm.
He's still a notary. And so that should be your focus. He's a notary. How's business? The fact that you went to the same school, he's going to see that if he looks at your profile. But you want to, as quickly as possible, qualify the guy. I mean, you could literally spend a couple of hours talking to him about the school. You could talk to him about some of these other things he's doing. Have a lot of fun. All right. Well, you're going to have just as much fun if you talk to him about things that will bring you closer to qualifying him as a prospect, which is what you're here for. In our top earner retreats, we talk about income producing activities, IPAs. Every day, you need to be talking to 5 or 10 people every day. Okay? 5 or 10 people every day. If you're not, then you are wasting the day. All right? Whatever else you're doing, every day, you should be searching for new people. Every day, you should be engaging people in these preliminary conversations, qualifying them. And you have a natural audience to go to, and you've got all the credibility that you need. Is right here. You've been a notary for 20 sales. This gives you talking to people, and you can tell people, hey, I'm a team builder. I know how to build teams. But so what I want you to do is, 10, 15 notaries every day. Every day. We can be looking at other areas as well. But with notaries, it's going to be a slam dunk.
Right.
All right. And have fun with this, because these are real people that you have a lot in common with. And that's what it's all about. Connecting with people, but we want to connect with people that have the aptitude, that have the experience to be successful, and that also have some kind of a network as well. And Kim does. So when you bring him into the business, he's got people he can immediately go to. And that's what you're looking for. All righty?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one other thing. Posts. Let's take a look at your posts. So we posted this yesterday. So far, 6 people looked at it. 7 people looked at this one. Now, what we want to do, 11 people looked at this one. 8 people looked at this one. You keep doing these. Now, the people that you connect with are going to see it. You can tell the number of impressions are going to rise. But what we're looking for, people that make a comment. And that's coming. That's coming. So, as for the rest of you, I will be back tonight, 9 o'clock. Let me Go to maxsteinhardt.com/. Special webinar. For those of you that just finished up boot camp, see if I can find it. Jump in and register for our 90-day boot camp challenge, which includes participation in our mastermind sessions on Saturdays. And starting with our next one, we're going to have a special part of our masterminds. It's going to be devoted to goal setting, mindset work, as well as answering everybody's questions. I'll be back at 4 o'clock. Carol, I didn't have a chance to call you this morning. Want me to have Stephanie reach out to you to figure out what you did, what's going on? She can get you hooked up again.